as I was telling you, being an owner-operator, an owner-driver. That's what it means. You don't have to have heavy weight on your credentials, on your weigh heavily on your work history. You know, your 10-year work history. You know, if you have gaps in your 10-year work history here in the U.S., they had also made a security gauntlet. Not only in TSA counter-terror, they made a security gauntlet involving credit. The anomalies that wouldn't match up. Credit's not right. Work history's not right. Things that knock up, you wouldn't have nothing. You wouldn't be able to live. But they tried to extend that all over the world. They wanted to make a global FICO score system. You know who resisted? The Europeans. The Europeans resisted. Let me see when this one is coming. It's coming 7/26. Okay, if it goes to Hillsdale. Both are KX and 292 are $2. The only thing is if I get on 292 and try to be in a rush, as if I'm getting there early, I have a long walk to where I want to go. If I take the KX, I have very little walk. To the job center. I'm going to another job center today on Tuesday, May the 7th. As I told you, I only have $70-something in my pocket. This is where I'm going. So what happened, as I was telling you, the FICO score, they wanted to extend the credit system all over the world. It's called FICO. The Europeans refused. They said no, particularly the Europeans. They resisted. They said, we're not going for that. We're not going for that. And that would have caused that wherever you were in the world, this is another reason why I was pulled back to the U.S. financially. I don't know what they told my father. My father discussed it with Nadine Granville Mussenden and Steve, and something involving the girl and the boyfriend or something. They knew more about what happened in Singapore than what I knew. They told them, but they didn't tell me nothing. See, this here, Sino-American link. Sino means Chinese American link. See, the Sino-American alliance is the most important thing right now, particularly in the Pacific Rim, Western United States, Asia. It's the most important thing. Afro-Americans, we're like dirt. We don't mean nothing to nobody. What you looking, man? Trust me. I'm telling you in the morning, in a sense, get your things ready and pull out. If you can pull out. I'm not saying be malevolent, attack, get upset, tear up things like you did in Watts and all that. No. No, in other places, no. So I'm going to put the weight of this bag, the black one, which has juice and assorted technology that I need, data storage. $20. That black bag weighs 20 freaking pounds. So now I'm going to put this one on. This is full of the papers and documents printed at job centers galore. Including, I got to remember, I have a bottle of Ocean Spray white cranberry. I have a bottle of olive oil in there. I got to remember that. The total 34.5 pounds. Sometimes, boys and girls, I've seen that go up to almost 50 pounds, 49 pounds, 50 pounds. I'm walking around with on a daily freaking basis. If there were a ubiquitous tablet culture, tabletize me. Tabletize me, baby. Tabletize me. If there were a ubiquitous tablet culture, that would only you would be able to eliminate the paper from job centers, from career search centers. You'd be able to eliminate the paper. You'd be able to miniaturize the technology and have only SD cards. You wouldn't have to have bulk, and you would only be able to have your tablet. You wouldn't have to have all the paper because I told you I walked into a meeting by accident because I'm a member of the Anti-Clutter Association of the highest security officials in San Francisco, and they were talking about bags. People get paranoid about bags, unattended bags. I walked into the meeting by accident. It was a classified meeting, bro. They're talking about bags. You got to get rid of your bags, man. Get rid of your clutter. Get rid of your junk, especially Afro-Americans. We got to get rid of our stuff, man. I'm telling you, man. You'll put their foot up your ass, man. You got too many bags. I'm telling you, huh? Yeah, so get rid of your clutter, digitize, and have only a tablet with a pen. Can you imagine? You can store all this stuff, papers, document, information on a card that fits on the tip of your freaking finger. And so, I don't trust that digital stuff. Somebody gonna go in there and take it. In your SD card, CF card, nobody's gonna take anything from you if it's not connected to the internet. Meaning, if it's not in a device that's connected to electricity or the internet, nothing's gonna happen. Trust me. Nothing's gonna happen. Trust me. It would have to take some major photon or gamma rays or some freak to erase that data. Nothing's gonna happen to that information. Trust me, brother. And if you guard it and keep it on your body, your data and your information. Get rid of this shit, man. Get rid of this shit. Because people don't like it when they look at you and they look at bags. Particularly people that are of the wrong ethnicity. They don't like it, man. They don't like it, man. Authorities don't like it. I told you before, they're going to start tripping off of that. People, man, start tripping off of the bags, man. So you don't want to be a target. And people look at your bags. They say, you got too many bags. The fuck you got bags? Bags. Come in. They already don't like your face. Come here, you. Here. The bag. Spread them. Yeah, like when I was in federal joint. Yeah. Crack your nuts. Yeah, because they used to have a term. They used to have it in 3 stages. Come here. And your balls, your penis, your balls. Crack your nuts. Open. Crack them. Yeah, if you bend over to where they can see between your body cavity, your balls, your scrotum. Turn around the sides and look at the back between your butt cheeks. Yeah. The next one. Come in. Crack them. Spread them. Yeah. Come on. Crack your nuts. Brother, spread them. Yeah, they used to do that like one right after another, one federal inmate after another. And you ain't got no choice, man. In that matter, federal, you have no choice. In federal incarceration, you got no choice. I don't want you doing body cavity search. You ain't got no choice. In that, man. You don't want to be in that situation, man. Trust me, it's very unpleasant. I went through that for supposedly making a false statement on a passport application, which they found out it didn't happen. I didn't make a false statement on a passport application. It never happened. And I went through 3 months of that, and my son was born while I was in federal prison, incarceration. He was born. First thing. Second thing, then they say I ran up a phone bill. They would put me in for another month. You know what this did? They were creating a history based on complaints from the Persian Gulf, from Muslims abroad who envied me and who had disdain for my ethnicity, that I was a nigger, that I was a Negro, especially my type of facial structure, thinking that I was somebody human or somebody that was elegant or eloquent. They didn't like it. They wanted me to stay in my place, and then they had familial support on this basis, this opinion as well. And they executed it, man. Once they got me back, they executed it. They make it hard, a hard climb. Very disgusting, vulgar people, man. I'm not going to say disgusting. Vulgar. The word is called vulgar. Very vulgar people, man. So now, the crux at the nadir, this is not the apex. This is called the nadir. At the nadir, like Ralph Nader, at the nadir of their machinations upon me, I can't even go visit my father today. And to prove that it's today's date, right? I'm not lying. I wash my unattended bags before I get locked up. To prove today's date, departure, Tuesday, 7/29, which is now 10/29 in New York, and today's date, Tuesday, May 7th, 2013. All across the board. I can't even go visit my father for one last time. And you know what they're going to say, the people who are my detractors? Well, that's your fault. Nobody asked you to become Muslim. Nobody asked you to be traveling overseas. That's your fault. You brought this upon yourself, darky. This is the kind of stuff I've been told, even my family members. You have to be responsible for yourself. I did nothing illegal. Nothing. Nothing. You understand? Zero, like a donut. Nothing illegal.